Hello everyone, welcome to Osmanthus Enjoyers channel. Today we will be doing a Xiao guide, so let's get started. First of all we start with the f2p 4-star weapons. The ones that you should not use include, Royal Spear because it's a bad weapon overall, Wavebreaker's Fin because its passive does not work on Xiao, Dragonspine Spear because physical damage is not good for Xiao, the Catch because its passive doesn't work on Xiao, and Kydian Cross Spear because it's not good in general. The ones that are decent are Dragon's Bane, because of passive and elemental mastery, Crescent Pike is decent because of its passive. Now we move on to the good ones. The best one is Deathmatch, but it isn't really f2p, it's good because of its crit rate and passive. Second best is Blackcliff Pole again because of its crit DMG and passive is decent. Next is Lithic Spear because of its high attack. Now is Prototype Star Glitter, it's easy to obtain and good for early players, and because of its energy recharge and passive. And lastly we have Favonius Lance, it's really good with refinements which makes it kind of hard to obtain, still nonetheless is good because of its energy recharge. Moving on to 5-star weapons, none of these are f2p so please keep this in mind. Staff of Homa is the preferred option because of its crit damage and really good passive. Next is Jade Spear, his signature weapon. I prefer Homa over this because Xiao already ascends with crit rate and this weapon has a low 22 crit rate but high base attack, passive isn't the best but still very good. Next is Skyward Spine, it's good because of its energy recharge and high attack, passive is good but not very good. Next is Vortex Vanquisher, it's pretty decent on him because of its big attack but passive does not work on him. Next is Calamity Queller, it has a huge base attack which makes it good on him, however it is better on Shinhee than him. And last is Engulfing Lightning, it isn't really good on him and some 4-star weapons are even better. Also passive does not work on him. Now for the artifacts, Xiao has 3 viable artifact sets. Viridescent Veneerer, Gladiator's Finale, and Shimenawa's Resistance. You can use whatever 2-piece you want with the other, it depends on what better artifacts you have. Viridescent Veneerer gives you a 15% Anemo damage bonus which is good. Both Gladiator's Finale and Shimenawa's Resistance give an 18% attack bonus, which is also good. I would say go for Viridescent Veneerer and Shimenawa's Resistance just because it's easier to farm. However, if you have good Gladiator pieces then you should put them on him. Currently Xiao does not have his own artifact set but I hope he gets one soon. Now we will talk about team compositions. For Xiao a healer is a must. Examples of good healers for Xiao include Jean, Bennett, and Barbara. The preferred one is Bennett, because he gives Xiao an attack buff. Then you'll need a battery. Good Anemo batteries include Jean, Sucrose, Kazuha, and Venti. The preferred ones are Jean and Sucrose, as Jean is a healer and Sucrose boosts elemental mastery and has an advantage with crowd control, because Xiao knocks the enemies around making it hard to deal AoE damage to enemies. The last spot should be a sub DPS, basically someone who can easily apply an element to enemies to swirl that element with Xiao, and shielders so you won't take damage. Good sub DPS characters or shielders include Fischl, Xiangling, Zhongli, Albedo, Mona, and Diona. All of them are good in this case and that is it for team comps. Overall you need to have a healer like Bennett, battery like Sucrose and Jean, and sub DPS or shielder like Zhongli or Xiangling. Let's have a look at Xiao's constellations and talents. First we have Constellation 1. Pretty simple, it adds another dash for his E. This constellation is good but not really worth your primo gems, not as necessary as for example Hu Dao Constellation 1. Next is Constellation 2. This constellation is pretty good because it gives Xiao a 25% energy recharge boost when he's off the field which allows you to swap to Sucrose and gather more energy. Constellation 3 increases his dash's skill level by 3 which is not bad but also not very good. Constellation 4 however is really bad, almost useless. Defense is not good for Xiao and it increases his defense by 100% when he's below 50%, overall not good. Next is Constellation 5 which increases his burst level by 3, which just reduces his HP draining in burst mode, overall also not very good. Constellation 6 on the other hand is good. Xiao can keep using his dash which is pretty good if he keeps hitting enemies. Now moving on to talents. Xiao's talent priority is as shown on the screen above. After you get all his talents to level 6, you should start leveling up his normal attack more because that's where all his damage comes from, not his burst. Then level up his burst, which decreases the HP drainage caused in your burst. Then the dash. Overall dash is good, but not the best out of all of them. That is it for this video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Until next time. Osmanthus fam.